welcome to the Art Love Life channel. My name is Evan, and I want to help you in your art career. So over my own career, I have done with a whole bunch of different studies, and these studies are just different methods on how to lay paint. So I call them puzzle pieces. And so over the years, I've come up with all these different puzzle pieces that when put all together, make a painting. So today, though, I want to show you 3 different methods on how to start a painting, the base layer. So without further ado, here's number 1. So we're going to start now with the drip method. Now with this, you are going to be adding water or some sort of varnish, something to make it, the paint just flow a little bit. So I'm just going ahead and putting some on here, letting it flow. A lot of times when you twist and turn these canvases, they'll do different things, they'll flow different ways. For whatever reason, this one was just kind of giving me a little bit of problem, so I started just putting down the brush where I wanted it to drip. So you will see here where I will be adding some parts of the brush where I want it to drip, so I want it to go in a different direction. You can also use different size brushes for this. So I'm using a larger brush here, but you can also use different size brushes and we'll give you different sized drips. So have fun with this method. You can use different colors on it, obviously, and use different, again, size brushes and whatnot. And just play around even with the how much it flows. So add more water to it if you need to. So this is a very fun method that I love to use. We are going to be adding texture to this canvas. And what I did was I actually found some older paint that I had that had some of the water evaporating from it. So it was pretty thick. And what I'm doing is I'm adding sand to this. So essentially paint is just like a Elmer's glue. So you can add different things into it. Obviously, like I said, this paint was already thick, which is kind of nice. So I just went ahead and added sand to it, and I'm just going to place it down here and just start to make some texture. Have some fun with this. Again, this should harden, and it's going to take a little bit longer. At least give it 24 hours to harden when you have it this thick. But yeah, you can add different things to it. Like I said, this is sand. One of the cool things about this, if you are using different methods, is you can actually make like what I would call like a dam. You can kind of see it. Here I made a little dam, and you can make circles or whatever you want. You could add resin to this if you wanted to, it just would give it a little chamber to sit in. So the cool thing about this, so I'm just showing you different methods that you can use with this palette knife, where you are able to cut through this, add different textures, different lines even in it, so you can see. A lot of this, what I'll do is you go in and you'll paint over top of this. So I won't just leave this on here as is a lot of times, but it's just this base layer again where we're gonna lay down something to start. And the third method I really like to use, every artist needs palette knives. So go out, buy yourself a set of palette knives. I would do everything from small to large palette knives. There's just so much fun things you can do with a palette knife. So as you're seeing, I'm just laying some different colors down on top of one another, and they just give you such an interesting texture to put on top of this. So you can layer this on top of the drip, or vice versa, the drip on top of this. The texture, when we have that texture dry, putting a palette knifing color over top of the texture when it's dry is a really wonderful method as well. And you can just get such really cool textures with palette knifing. So I would highly recommend that. I love that blue on top of there, just a beautiful blue palette knifed on top. So get yourself some palette knives, you will not regret it. And here are all 3 of these pieces together, and you can see how they would make great puzzle pieces for you to put together and make your very own abstract painting. So I really hope you enjoyed that lesson. I have a lot more to share with you in future videos. Just to give you an idea about what was going on here, I just want to let you know that these are all just puzzle pieces. So you can use them, mix and match them, do whatever you want. There are no rules in art. So until next time, I'm looking forward to helping you on your artistic journey. If you've liked this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We are going to come up with a whole lot more content to help you on your art journey. Thank you.